Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Clemens. I met with Crystal Barajas, Elise Clemens, Jr., James and Elise Clemens, Marissa C., Eli, Kendall, and William Morris. These are my note cards. My 3 note cards with my little bullet points on it. And so I'm going to start now. So everyone again, my name is Anthony Clemens. 4-year college enrollment is at its highest ever at 10.9 million enrollments according to the National Center of Education Statistics. With so many different people and so many different backgrounds, what are they even majoring in? Well, when I went to USF for the first 2 years, I met all walks of life when I lived in the dorms and met a lot of people and figured out what kind of majors were popular by going there. Through my experience on campus and my research that I've conducted for today, I'm going to tell you about the top 3 majors in America, what they study, and what kind of jobs they can get after they're done studying in college. So according to the National Center of Education Statistics, surprisingly, history comes in third, second is healthcare professions, and first, as to no surprise of my fellow college students in the audience, is business at number 1. So history is the surprising number 3 because a lot of people think, what can you even really do with a history major? Well, Dr. Murphy at UCF has done extensive research in 2018 and 2020 and written multiple papers about what it means to be a history major and what you can do in the field. So history students learn about inquiry, research, and analysis at the UCF classes, and they generate significant open-ended questions about the past and devise research strategies to answer them, quote-unquote, from Dr. Murphy. A lot of the students participate in student organizations that are based around history, like during their studies. And then one student during Dr. Murphy's research explained about the job opportunities available to them after college, being writing, publishing, museum work, history consulting for things such as lawmakers who have to consider the history before they make laws, and archival jobs. His students and his research concluded that even if it's not directly a history job, they will always be a historian, and it's what shapes them as a person. And then everybody's expected first place actually hits second place, which is for healthcare professions. The Bureau of Labor Statistics expects that 5.7 million new jobs will occur between 2010 and 2020. These healthcare professions include anything from EMTs to nurses to healthcare assistants, dentists, mental health counselors, anything in between. My research came from Barbara Sheen, who's a professional author who has written about COVID-19, ADHD, different professions, food around the world, many other things. And she wrote a whole book about the different things that people will study. So you'll take a lot of classes on health, biology, anatomy. If you're going for something, psychology is going to be another huge one for people that do mental health. In America, you have to get certifications and licensing in order to legally work in these fields because of the rigorous testing. And a lot of them require internships and shadowing and residency for doctors to make sure that they're up to stuff. Many jobs pay 6 figures. Adrenaline's for workers helping is another huge contribution to why people join the job, and flexible scheduling as well. And then for number 1, business, I found Kate Shoup, an independent publishing professional of over 20 years. In the U.S. economy, business makes a lot of sense as being the most popular major. You know, they join a lot of clubs, they do a lot of internships, and that's what it's known for. A lot of people double major, and they do things such as tech and business so that they can expand their ability to get a job. A lot of them go for their master's and get their MBA, which is the Master's in Business Administration, which allows them to get a lot higher paying jobs. These jobs would include stuff such as accounting, finance, marketing, operations, and they could work for the private sector or the government on certain projects. Experience really does matter because like a bank teller will only make $20,000, whereas a financial analyst will make $57,000, and it just goes up from there. So it's a very interesting lineup of the top 3 majors in America, business, medical, and history, first, second, and third respectively. And it covers a lot of jobs in America because, business covers a lot of things. Medical is everything health related, and then history can cover a lot of things as well. So it covers everything besides like food and retail. And it's good to know what people are going to college for, you as an audience member, and it allows you to, for those of you who haven't gone to college or want to go to college, it might interest you in one of those majors to go to college for. Alright, so that's all I've got to say about that, and then now I'm going to host a Q&A session, so for those who have questions, just let me know.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
So for the healthcare field, since our end, it's very labor-intensive work, or is it generally the younger population that register for the healthcare field?
So yes, actually, a lot of them are younger people because it gives them time to study the very long, rigorous times, because it normally will take 8 to 10 years to get something in the healthcare profession. But a lot of people are known for going back into school in their later years to go up in from being an assistant. So a lot of them will go to be an assistant with their AA, and then they'll go back to school later in life once they get the experience as an assistant.
Oh, thank you.
Any other questions?
What about in the healthcare profession? What's the actual pay range?
So I did say about 6 figures, but really, starting with like EMTs and stuff, those only make about 30 to 40,000, and then a lot of assistants really only make around that range, give or take, up to like 50,000. It's really the people like the nurses, the dentists, the technicians. Those are the ones that are making the 6-figure paychecks. All right. Any other questions? At least
What are the age range in most of the professions, or was that asked already?
So with the other ones, it was asked about the healthcare field, but not the other ones. So a lot of the business majors are actually a lot of younger students, as they realize that it's a very, very applicable job or major to any job. It's like I said, with the tech field and everything, you have such a broad range of things. So if you don't really know what you want because you're younger, you can figure out as you go along. And once you have your business major, you could go into tech, or you could go into health, or you could go into the government sector, you could go into the private sector, you can go into contracting, you can go into anything. So that's for that. And then history normally is older. Normally it's some of the older generation. They'll go back into school and get their history major later in life after they've fulfilled what they want to and done their career and made enough money. Then they go as a historian to work at places like a museum or as an advisor.
Okay, thanks. That's pretty interesting.
So thank you all for your questions, and thank you for attending. I really appreciate it.